43 the final. Vermont winning 2 out of the last 3 against UMBC in the conference tournament. UMBC comes in. They had a 6-game winning streak snapped at Maryland. Vermont has struggled. They had a 4-game losing streak, a 4-game winning streak, though, to get to be 6-8. And right off the bat,
he starts off the game with one.
Colton Lawrence inside with steps. A turnover that historically has not been much for transfers,
including this Vermont team.
Meanwhile, UMBC with 10 new players, but not that one. Yao Obeng-Mensah from the corner.
Starts the game off with a nice jumper, and for his confidence, that's got to be great.
3-2 the score early for Vermont. Up and under again, Veneto. Yusith, the senior guard. Now over to Lawrence. The transfer from Bentley leads the team in scoring, better than 13 per game. Inside for Obeng-Mensah, a lot of traffic. Ball is tipped.
They win.
So true. 6 consecutive America East Conference championships for the Catamounts. Baseline, here's Dylan Penn, a transfer from Bellarmine. Little float. Botuan opens up from 3. This one is short. A box out for Penn. It'll be Obeng-Mensah, a foul. 9 conference championships. Of course, the NCAA tournaments that go with that. Tony, who's now in the basketball game, he's got the ball. Nice feet underneath. And the finish by Veneto, who's game. Here's Doles now. Little floater put up by Jarvis Doles, and that's part of his game, Rick. He can hit that. 9-4 is the score. And now a turnover here against Vermont. All over the country to play games, and then they couldn't travel to Miami to play the Hurricanes.
Yeah, they spent 21 nights away from home. Half the team, because of the snowstorms up north, half the team got to Miami, half play. Deloney comes in the game, dishes down to Veretto. He scores 7 points. The score right now.
4 is the score. Matteo Piccarelli has checked in, the 3-point marksman for UMBC, one of the tops in the country, the top performer in the America East. Botuan, the transfer from Cleveland State, dishes for Doles inside, leaves the floater up and in. Here's Deloney off the bench. Cam Gibson setting up outside, off glass and in from 3. Piccarelli gives up the shot for Brown, launches from 3. Weak side rebound for Botuan, and around the country, California, all these places to play, they had never been able to practice 4 days in a row.
Right.
Robin Duncan along the baseline, double from Doles and Botuan. Cross court for Deloney.
Outside of Deloney for a long 3.
His 29th three-pointer of the campaign. Doles leaves it.
Take a look at that last. Let's take a look at that last basket. Nice kick out, maker, but he loves to jack that 3 up when he gets in the game.
He's got a 3-pointer and a dime. Hurley, a freshman guard. They love him, from Pelham, Ontario. 6'5", averaging about 6 points a game in 16 minutes a game is checked in.
Pass, I think, is what the most teams are thinking about. This is a different team.
Trayvon Fagan is checked into the game from Brown, and Fagan, the 10 to shoot. Cross-court feed. Alamutu with a drive off glass. Initiates contact with Brown per game. 78% free throw shooter, one of Italy. Has 5 games this year of 5 or more three-pointers, and both free throws here. On to the basket. Botuan layup is good.
Great hands, we talked about this.
Picked up by Hurley in the corner. 3 ball from Deloney is too strong. Rebound per game. Lawrence with a take. Lawrence to the basket. Lawrence lays it home. It's a 3-point game.
There's what we're talking about. Game if they had played the right way.
3-pointer in the corner, the launch, and in goes Cam Gibson, the transfer from Western. This one is too strong. Offensive rebound, Fagan. Fagan, the putback goes. It's a 4-point game.
Fagan, again, we talked about this.
Yusith, bounce pass for Botuan. Lawrence posts up, corner 3, got it. First of the afternoon for UMBC.
There you go, the kid's head 2, and you can see Bunyasith with a quick shot in the shot clock.
Sullivan over Doles for 3, and that quiets the crowd.
Sullivan.
Play between these two teams. Veretto in the corner with a hand in his face, and he knocks it down. Matt Veretto with shoot from out there. There's Penn all the way to the basket, and the layup is good, and a timeout called.
Fast break for Vermont. You see it here, to the basket. Penn with the finish.
Largest lead of the afternoon. Fagan off glass, and the tip-in goes for Deion Brown.
We talked about Deion Brown. Lose him, does not box out, does not see him. Brown sees that as an advantage and gets to the basket.
Back inside for Fagan again. Little floater, right hand goes for Trayvon Fagan. He's got 6 off the bench.
There's that little jump hook we were at.
Transfer now to a Michigan High School Player of the Year last year. Fagan
Traditionally want to shoot the ball. They're just too far out because they're being pressed on it.
Deloney with a
Easy lay-in by Smith.
Botuan left open from three. This one goes. Second make for UMBC today.
And probably the clearest shot.
Here comes Smith. Inside, they left him alone. Brown too late.
Yeah, nice.
Botuan from the wing. Picarelli catch and shoot. Nails it. His first three this afternoon.
That's a
big one for UMBC. But they've got a name, they've got a reputation, and they've got a tradition. There's no doubt about it. And they also have Dylan Penn, the transfer for him. Docks, Botuan, Obeng-Mensah off glass and in. Brown, Obeng-Mensah helps. They leave Veretto open from three. This one is high. Good. And this one's going to be over the backboard off of UMBC. Botuan was stripped by Io Filea.
That's interesting. You don't see that every day.
Except on the first day of the year. How will they ever get that ball? There you go. Oh, there you go.
Craig Botuan knows what he
on ESPN Plus. Sullivan, quick dump inside for Veretto, and he beats Doles to the spot. Averages 5 per game. Here's a block and a foul called on Veretto. The shooter. Free throw by Picarelli.
In a close on the legs a little bit, but it's not. It's not to gain the contact. That's his shot.
Gibson sits down with 4.
Be much better.
Penn now with 6. Bunyasith with a left hand down.
He's guarded by Sullivan. He's their best on-ball defender. Colton Lawrence had very little room to operate, and there's Penn taking the basket. You talked about it. Guy like a cut from Dylan Brown, passed ball before. He had Bellarmine, and look at this. Just knows what to do with the basketball. He had great contact with Duncan, who
won't go, and up and under from Fagan, and it's an 8-point game.
Deion Brown actually kept that ball on.
Here's Bunyasith now on Penn as the Retrievers have made a change. We'll go with T.J. Hurley. Hurley gets a screen from Duncan and launches from the wing.
Hurley can really play.
11-point game. Picarelli for 3. It is off to the right. That was on Deloney, the free throw by Picarelli. He only played 8 minutes a game last year. He's up to 23 this year.
Wrong, and came out and has had a fantastic start of the season.
Duncan sits down for Vermont. That's the first backcourt. Here comes Finn Sullivan. The cutter is Penn, and for the
all over the court.
Here's Duncan as Botuan slipped down. Hurley in the corner over Lawrence. Nails it. Lead Division II to the Elite 8. 16 points per game. Up top, Veretto straight away. Launches and drills it.
All by the official, I think, on that one.
Fagan for 3. With Fagan. Penn working a little turnaround. Goes for Dylan Penn, who is to the free throw line.
Strong initial move by Obeng-Mensah inside. Just couldn't.
Obeng-Mensah gets the leaves the second one short. Fagan back was were inside the
Okay.
Played AAU ball with Robin Duncan back in Evansville. Sullivan over Fagan for 3. Finn Sullivan for the visitors. Brown from 3 in the corner. Now here's Duncan and Botuan. Duncan spinning inside, too easy over Botuan. Picarelli catch and shoot from the corner is no good. Duncan pop from 3, that is no good. And that's the... It was a 5-point game at the half. The Retrievers, though, 3-pointer here from Sullivan.
A player. He comes in from Bellarmine with a great reputation, skilled offensive player.
Playing with 4, although he's not on the floor right now. Left in the game. That's in the America East. And